It's the beginning of February, and it's the time of year where a lot of people, including me, fall off the wagon of our New Year's resolutions. It's also the time of year where goals get set in work. Now, I came across an idea out on my walk this morning where I was listening to a podcast with Ryan Holiday and James Clear. And they were talking about James Clear's work into atomic habits and behavior change. And there's some really awesome concepts in there that I'd love to share. So James Clear, he doesn't discount the value of goals, but he does point to them as being a bit arbitrary. And what he says in his book and in his work is that we don't rise to the level of our goals, we default to the level of our systems. And I was thinking, while I was out walking, what are my systems like? So he talks about driving behavior change in the name of us becoming the best people that we can become according to our own measure, right? What is success in our eyes? And he talks about shaping our behaviors by casting a vote in the name of the kind of people that we want to become. So applying this to ourselves in really pragmatic and almost mundane ways, I had a look at what my day began to look like. And it starts with the alarm going off. Do I hit snooze or do I get straight out of bed? Some days I hit snooze, some days I get straight out of bed. But I do notice that where I do get straight out of bed, the day goes better. Then I hydrate, big glass of water, some lemon in it, clean out the system, and the next thing I do is maybe the most impactful part of my early day, which is I intentionally choose to drive my teenage daughter to school. Now, she could get the bus, but I choose to bring her because it's not just easier for her. For 15 or 20 minutes, I have her captive in a car, and I have her attention, and I can listen to her music and I can hear about what's on her mind, and she'll tell me about school and her friends and whatever else she might be thinking about. And I am considering that that is a vote in favor of the kind of parent I want to be and the kind of relationship I want to have with my kids. Then I get home, I walk the dog. Again, a choice, a mundane thing, but I'm attaching an intention to it. I want to be a person who appreciates nature. I want to be a person who's healthy. I want to be a person who shows up in my day with good energy, and being out for 30 or 40 minutes with my dog in the morning helps me do that. So again, another vote cast in favor of the kind of person I want to be. Same thing, you can apply the methodology to work. If you're a seller right now and you're being given your objectives and your quota for the year, how are you going to show up? What kind of person do you want to be in the pursuit of that goal? Are you going to be the seller that people love to talk to and you give them great information and they just like being around you and talking to you? That's something you always have control over. It's why I like this mindset that James Clear talks about, because we have control over it. We have control over our behavior. We have control over where we put our energy and our focus and our attention. And we have control over the systems that we design in our lives so that we can be the best versions of ourselves and for others. I'll link to it. It's really worth spending some time on. Give it a go.